Hi everyone! I'm renovating my grandmother's house here in Africa. It's hard work, but seeing it come together is so rewarding. Come, let me show you the village.
I had exactly 30 days of leave. Most soldiers go to beaches or visit friends. I flew 5,000 miles to a remote village in Africa. Because my grandmother, the woman who raised my mother, was living in a mud house that leaked when it rained. I made her a promise. 30 days, one house, no excuses. Day 1. I arrived in the village with blueprints, a budget, and a backpack. The village hasn't changed much in 50 years. Dirt roads, no running water, and in the center of it all, my grandmother's house. 4 mud walls, a tin roof held down by stones. This is where my mother learned to cook, where stories were told by candlelight. But history doesn't keep you dry. It doesn't keep you warm. I gathered the village elders, explained my plan, and asked for their blessing.
Your grandmother talks about you every day. Now we see why.
I hired 8 local masons. We shook hands. The clock started ticking. Days 2 to 8. We started by mapping every inch of the old house. My grandmother walked me through each room, touching the walls, telling me what happened where.
This corner, your mother took her first steps here.
We designed the new house to match the exact footprint. Same layout, same flow, just stronger, safer, better. Demolition was harder than I expected. Not physically, emotionally.
A house is just walls. Family is what makes it home.
We salvaged what we could. Old wooden beams became decorative pieces. Then we poured new concrete, deep, strong, built to last generations. Days 9-20. This is when everything went wrong. A shipment of bricks arrived late. It rained for 3 straight days. One of our masons got sick. I was exhausted, sleeping 4 hours a night, covered in dust and cement. I'm trained for missions under pressure, but this tested me differently. The village showed up. Women brought us food. Kids carried water. A local carpenter offered his tools for free. We adapted. Used local clay bricks when factory bricks were delayed. My grandmother sat outside every single day, watching, praying, believing. Days 21-28. The walls went up. Red bricks, laid perfectly, row by row. We installed real windows, glass, not cloth. A proper door with a lock. Inside, we poured smooth concrete floors. Painted the walls in colors my grandmother chose herself. Soft yellow, like sunrise. We built the kitchen counter at the exact height she's comfortable with. Widened the doorways so she can move easily. This wasn't about imposing my vision. It was about listening, about respect. On day 28, we planted flowers around the house. My grandmother cried. Not sad tears, grateful ones. Day 30, we gathered the whole village. I handed my grandmother the keys to her new home. She walked through each room slowly, touching everything, whispering prayers.
You didn't just build me a house. You showed these young people what commitment looks like.
The village threw a celebration. We ate, we danced, we cried. That night, I packed my bags. Tomorrow, I fly back to base. Back to another kind of service. I came here as a soldier on leave. I'm leaving as a granddaughter who kept a promise. As someone who learned that the values we swear to uphold, honor, courage, commitment, they apply everywhere. My grandmother's house will stand long after I'm gone. And that's the mission that matters most. 30 days, 5,000 miles, one transformed house. But more than that, one kept promise. One example of what love looks like when you put it into action. I'm back in uniform now, but part of me will always be in that village, in that house, with that woman who taught me what strength really means. Service doesn't end when you take off the uniform. It's how you show up for the people who need you most. That's my mission. Every single day.